Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're watching us and where you're actually based. But I am based in Nigeria, West Africa. So today we'll be looking at SAUUSD, which or another way called gold. As we all know, gold is one of the safe haven for now, and I want to just quickly explain what this technical analysis is all about. So looking at this chart we have on our screen, you observe that we have a very good um, trend line from this down to this level. And over the weeks, we've been actually looking at a sell. When the trend line bounce back, we go for a sell, bounce back, we go for a sell. So bounce back, we go for a sell. But at the end, when we're trying to take this last sell, we'll go to 1 hour to get it clearer. So when we're about to go for another sell at this zone, the market retraced and break this trend line and move up. So as it were, we're actually looking at it's going to respect the 4,136 for a pullback. But the pullback we use Fibonacci to trace to see if we're able to know where the retracement will take effect from. So this is what the Fibonacci showed from this zone down to this. So we check the retracement. The market actually respected the Fibonacci level and retraced back upward again. So it retraced back to upward. So I just look at this, and this is a breakout of this trend. So we're expecting maybe in 30 minutes to have a retest. Once we get a retest at this zone, that means the market move in this direction, came back here, then we're waiting for this to break this high. Once this high is broken, we take up here, then we come back, then we can now go for another buy. That is what we'll be expecting on this market. So if you go back to 4 hour again, let me quickly explain the structures we observe at this level. So when you check this, we have overall direction was a sell, as I've said earlier, but the direction later we have internal zone or structure that we're just retracing on this trend line. We have another level here, we have another level, but this is a minus zone. That is a minus zone. So this is where we have the actual level, and this is also another major level we expect a retracement or something to happen, maybe somewhere here. So we expect this market to come back here and possibly move for a sell. So at this level, we'll be looking at a sell when the market gets to this upper zone. Then we go back for another sell again. So it's something that we all know how it technically works. And once that happens, we just continue to sell more, and it will continue to give us an entry for a bigger direction. So meanwhile, let's check what GBP is doing. So this is GBP overall direction for this on a 4 hours, because we have done our top-down analysis already. We're only checking the chart as the middle week to see what has happened. So during the week, we did this analysis that this is going to be a very short trade where there will be a retracement back, and once this retracement is completed, we'll be going for a high. So it's all direction for a high as this market is actually moving. So the trend line has shown that there was a break, but this break we can't actually enter now for a sell, because if you look at it, it has always been this. So we expect this high and expect another high. This is what we expected. But at this level, the market did not respect it. What now happened was it came down, broke this. So we expect this to happen or possible move down. This is way we're looking at this market for today on GBP USD. So if that happens, it shows that we will be looking out for a sell at this moment. So or at this sell, it might not really go straight. It might come here, maybe possible have a retracement. With this retracement, you can sell down. So this is how we'll be looking at this market if the direction change. But for now, we will not be able to enter any sell or a buy until we have this break of structures being respected and maintained. Once that break of structure is maintained and respected, then we can move on for another pair. Now let's look at NAS 100, which is also referred as Nasdaq or US 100. So these are the analysis we had over the week. This over the week, we have this zone 1, 2, 3. So we expect this one to be another touch to come down, but it broke it, then came down to come and respect this zone here. So we have to respect with so that there was a respect of point of interest here. Now at this zone, the market came down all the way down to this structure, then pull off. So what we'll be expecting here, we want this market possible to come back here as it happened, come back here, maybe with this retracement we have observed, then we go up again. This is where we'll be looking out for another opportunity for a sell if there is no news or no major volatility through the week. So these are the major pairs I actually want us to check today. Now before then, let's check if we have any major news for tomorrow. Remember, I always use Forex Factory for our major news. Now we go back to Forex Factory, click on the calendar, then today is 22. So we have CPI today, but I think it's not really, yesterday was CPI, then you have CPI this morning, 7 a.m. But throughout today, we may not really have a major news as such. So we expect very free, easy volatility for throughout today. While tomorrow, Thursday, there may be little or not much. So we are stable for the week, 24th, which is okay. I think that Wednesday, the market will be a bit stable, and except if there is any other alternative news from any financial industries or the government policies are being applied. So those are part of things that we have for you today, and I believe strongly that if you're able to watch this analysis as we have explained, you will have a lot to gain when it comes to forex trading. Please do not forget to click and like of our page so that when next we post such videos like this, you will have access to have it directly. So I want to once again advise that risk management in forex is key and is very, very essential, that we must consider risk management as one of the top important factors and tools that we must always look out for and be maintain it before we can take any trade. Most especially if you cannot trade fundamental effectively, don't go for it, because your risk management may be very, very on the high side if you are the type who always want to follow fundamentals. So it's not too advisable, but as time goes on, as you trade ahead, you will understand why it is important for you to not trade forex with volatility time at the news most time. The major news are CPI, FOMC, and NFP. And if you understand how to get them, you can always ask your ChatGPT. It will give you a lot of information about those things and the days that are going to be available. Or you go to investing.com or check more details on the news where you have your Forex factory news. All these things are always stated so that you can learn more and have a better opportunity. Thank you for watching. Do follow us and subscribe as we rightly say. So